One. Well, hello, everybody. Like Laura just said, we haven't
Hello.
seen you in a while.
I know. We just got
For
off our
those catching,
podcast.
yeah, for those watching the replay, we literally just recorded the Wealth of Self podcast just before this, and are
Yeah.
now hopping into the Empowered Tarot.
I'm so excited
So
for
I am too, because I'm very interested to see what the energy for the new week is, specifically given I think a lot of the goals that you and I have that we're wanting to put into place. And I also just want to see, because I've been having certain senses around what's happening in the world. So I'm really quite interested to see what the cards say we can expect for the upcoming week.
And just a
Oh.
reminder, too, for everyone, you and I are working on something so unique, the tarot reading and then the science of empowerment. And we'll do maybe a podcast on this. This is such
Mm.
empowering um, unification of consciousness and spirit and mind consciousness power that comes together through really what is happening out there and then how we can apply it to really elevate our life. So take these readings in a very important way because they're messages. And I guess another podcast will really explain to our community how we can work with individuals and, again, really elevate lives.
Definitely. Right. This reading is, I think, quite beautiful. Actually, I'm really appreciating this. So, on the spiritual side of the draw, I think for most people they'll remember that 2 weeks ago when we did this, the last Empowered Tarot, the Hanged Man was sort of front and center in terms of being stuck in a situation that we feel like we can't get out of, but we actually have the power to get out of it. I love the fact that today the Hanged Man is still in the draw, but it's moving out of the draw, which
Nice.
tells me that that is now that energy is now definitely starting to shift. When we come over to the physical side of the draw, that whole message is even more so um, really driven home because it seems that the consciousness of the planet right now, as in the human consciousness, is one of almost not being able to see a way out and yet being on the path anyway. That's what the mindset is. But the card of what is shows that actually we have endless bounties of blessings right here, right now. That's the card of what is. We're just choosing as a collective to not see it. So interestingly, the advice card is that there's going to be a lot of messages coming through. I would say basically informing us that we are right. There is bountiful blessings. There is all of that there. We can let go of this concern that we're trapped or that we can't move forward. Back to the spiritual side of the draw, the other card that I want to really talk about is the Emperor. The sense that I'm getting from this is very much source, literally source, saying, I'm now stepping in and I'm going to help just push things apart so that you're able to really get on that path and move forward. So, yeah, it's feeling like a very good week ahead, definitely.
And what support is in these cards for our podcast we just did, that we were just talking about how there is a aspect of our consciousness that knows we have everything we need.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we're experiencing today what was thought about yesterday, we're still on a path, which goes back to, let's just bring in the self-care for a moment again. Even though we still may be in pattern, we still, right, the hangman still there, we still may be pulling in contrast. There's something in that universal reading that's letting us know, carry on. There's support, carry on. You've got what is needed. So as we all know, I pull a quote before you and I even talk every time we do
Yep.
this. I ask the universe. And sometimes we'll get on and be like, we're not even sure what we're going to talk about. We just kind of let the alchemy show up. And we knew about self-care, but I wasn't really thinking about it. I just woke up still kind of sleepy and said, okay, universe, what's going on here? And so the quote from the Science of Empowerment today is, in order to bring forth something of value into this world, you must first bring value upon yourself.
Wow.
Yes, considering everything we've talked about and what you've pulled on the cards too.
And so actually, right there, there's the first message. I said
Yeah.
there was going to be messages telling us what to do, and there it is, right on the podcast. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we do not discuss these beforehand. The draw
No.
is done live. You pull your quote beforehand. You don't tell me about it, and yet here we are.
Yes. And on what's really unique is on these 2 pages that I opened up to, there's three different takeaways, and my mind aligned immediately with this one. Message. I have quotes in these books that, yes, they're all message, but not like that. It could have just been more of a thought-provoking statement. This is a message. In order to bring forth something of value into this world, which is our world in and our world out, you must first bring value upon yourself. This is the connection of self-care that we were talking about in the podcast, so we can then care for one another. And look at what the reading just gave us. There is universal care reminding us we are caring for you. Carry on. You know what you have. The answers are all there.
Yep. Oh, well, I feel ready for the next week, definitely.
Yes.
I don't know about everybody else.
Let's go. Let's explore. Let's expand. Let's create. Let's
All around.
remind ourselves how beautiful and amazing we are in these physical bodies with this powerful mind, with these beautiful souls. And let's connect and let's really create beautiful, important, special, unique things for ourselves and one another.
Absolutely. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I seem to be having some technical issues here on my side. Apologies. Ah, there we go. Right, never mind. I was about to start signing off and everything, and the controls wouldn't come up on the screen. I think maybe the universe was saying to give Laura a little bit more time to speak. So there we go. Well, Laura, as always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you to our
Thank you.
listeners. Very excited to hear everybody's feedback. Please do feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And we look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a
Wonderful.
good week. Bye now.
Have an empowering week. We've got this.
Absolutely, we do.
Bye.
Bye.